It's 2 o'clock now. I can't sleep, so I might as well do a podcast, right? And I get some sugar to keep me awake. Welcome to the LOWKEY podcast, and this is a week of No Not November, and I felt great talking about No Not November. The moment you stop watching explicit content and go to the porn website, Guna website, I think the first thing you will notice is you will go to social media quite a lot because you're gonna replace the dopamine with something else. You're gonna replace a dopamine with another dopamine, which is scrolling. I am always distracted. That's why I come up with this topic for today. And the topic is dopamine trap. Watching explicit content and social medias and distractions are obviously not good for you. Sometimes I've been scrolling too much. Have you ever wanted to do or look up for something and then the next thing you know, you've been scrolling for an hour? That is crazy. And it is really difficult for me to stay focused if I have that phone on the desk or something pop up, a notification. And the best way to stop scrolling is to post content of yourself. And if you see content of yourself, you will be cringed out. And maybe then you might turn off the app. That's what works for me. When I see my own content, I will think that, oh, shoot, it's time to turn off the app. No more. But there's a lot of things that we can do to get dopamine. Watching social media, watching content is one of them. And it's not very healthy, obviously, but you can replace by doing something like running, doing actual hobby that you like, working out, or playing a sport, or maybe achieving something small, like doing something, trying to achieve some goals. That will help. But there's a lot of cheap dopamines like scrolling, playing games, watching porns, gooning, all this kind of stuff does distract you even further. I just feel like people don't teach you how to control yourself from social media. And a lot of my friends actually can't control themselves. One of my friend, she told me that she usually don't look at her phone that often, but nowadays she can't stop looking at TikTok for some reason. It's really hard to get off of social media if you are hooked to it. And I really suggest you to find a new hobby to do. But I'm not trying to say that I'm not a victim, because I am. It is a kind of a distraction, and I don't think it's good for anyone. But unfortunately, it is built to distract you. So what I did at the moment is I turned off the notification. I turn off all the notification for social media, because obviously if you have notification, then you're gonna get back to the app more often, right? What else did I do? I'm still trying to, oh yes, that's a big thing that I did, which is posting content of myself. I think posting content of yourself, and when you see your content, maybe it's time for you to get off the app. That's what I did. I posted content on myself, and then when I see myself on the internet or on the app, it cringes me out, and I'll be so cringe that I wouldn't even want to scroll anymore. I'll just turn off the app completely. So you gotta find your way, I guess. If you're not posting, maybe you just do something else, right? Something productive, I would hope, that actually matters. Because what can you gain from scrolling social media unless you really enjoyed it, right? But this also comes with wanting to get dopamine. And I remember there's a clip of C-Bomb. There's this gym influencer arguing with C-Bomb about how he get his dopamine, and he needs to get his dopamine somehow.
Staring at that thing, eh?
Yo, we all gotta get our dopamine somehow. Some people do it through being a good father, having a wife, being around your kid, eating good food, spending quality time with friends. Other people doom scroll. Who are you to judge how I get my dopamine? You're the same as me.
I'm not judging, just spreading awareness.
I think it's a crazy argument. You're working out with the best bodybuilder in the world and you are scrolling your phone. Jeez, that is, you have the privilege to work out with one of the best bodybuilders in the world and you choose to scroll your phone. Oh, that hurts my soul. But young people, we need to be better. We need to get out of the phone. That's why we don't do phone on the gym anymore. So every gym session that we have now, we usually leave our phone on our bags or on the locker so that we don't look at the phone. So we are more productive in the gym. We are bonding. We are not distracted. We are actually talking. We're actually looking out for each other, looking at our pose, and if we are doing it right. As before, I think it's better for, I think we were so distracted before and we are always on our phone. Really enjoy not using phone during gym session with my brother. And the progress is so much better, obviously. And I really feel like, especially when you go to restaurants and when you go out to eat, either with your friends or your spouse or your partner, whatever, I think it's best not to put out your phone, right? I think Australia, when I first came into Australia, the best thing that I saw is people, partners and friends, they usually don't bring out phone on the dinner table. They usually just talk. Be actually using phone while you eat, while you're waiting for your food is considered as rude. And I actually admire that. I think that this is table manners that should apply to everyone. Because when you're eating, you are bonding as well. I think eating is one of the most important activities that human can bond to, right? You wouldn't eat with someone that you don't like, and you wouldn't eat with some strangers, because we are obviously, like, you can think like animals are eating together and bonding together. That's how I see. And how long is this already? I need to cut a lot of this because I'm not thinking straight. It's 3 o'clock in the morning, so I've been yapping and I don't have a script for this topic. I'm just straight out of my mind because my brain isn't working properly. I'll do it again tomorrow morning. First week of not November. It's going great. And we need to get our dopamines from somewhere. Either getting a short walk, doing exercise, doing sports that you like. Just do something. For me personally, me and my brother love MMA. We did sparring when we want almost every weekend. And gyms, we actually do a lot of gyms. And I feel like doing gyms actually did help a lot, controlling ourselves with scrolling, like I said before, because we actually put our phones away when we have the gym session. It actually turned out as a really great decision to do. And if anyone's watching, tell me about your story. Tell me more. I want to get to know you. That's it for today. And I was planning to do a stream, but it's a bit too late. I think I'm just gonna record this and edit in the morning. It's better that way. That's enough. Me. So good night. Let's go. 3 more weeks to go. Let's go. Bye.